A few weeks ago, I ended up losing my hardcore forever world. I was super duper fond of it and was really sad when I lost all my progress. But instead of being depressed about it, I used it as motivation to start over from scratch in a brand new forever world. So today, I'm gonna be starting over with my new world with the goal of building a beautiful starter base with everything that I need to survive. If you guys want to see more videos in this forever world, please make sure to subscribe and let's get started. Boom, we're inside the world, but we spawned in the middle of nowhere. I'm not really sure how we're supposed to get out of this thing. Again, I'm in hardcore mode. If I lose this world right after my last one, I'm gonna be real sad. Okay, my first goal is to get out of this cave. I guess it is good though. There's a lot of exposed iron and basic resources, but there are also mobs, so I gotta be super duper careful. Let me go ahead and start out this hardcore world nice and easy and mine myself a tree. I don't know why I said it like that. I just want to get myself some basic tools so I can go explore and find a place that I want to settle down. Again, my big goal for this video is to make an awesome starter base, which the first step of that is to find a nice place to settle down. But before we do that, let me go ahead and do what I said. Let me make some tools. Gotta make some sticks and a crafting table. There we go. First crafting table of the series, guys. This is a memorable occasion. Let me quickly make myself a wooden pickaxe, and we gotta go get some stone real quick. You may also notice that this is slightly modded. It's just a couple of small mods to make it feel a little bit more homey, a lot more cozy, if you will. I'm really excited to play in this for a long time. I'm in this for the long haul, guys. Uh-oh, I hear some mobs nearby. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab as much stone as I can, and then I gotta get out of here. Maybe we'll take some time to snag some iron as well. There's a spider right there. I gotta get out of this cave. But for now, we're just trying to get the basics. I kind of want to go find like a village or something like that. Hopefully there's something nearby. Also, we're playing on the newest version. I completely forgot. There's spears in this game. That's gonna be new. I haven't tried any of those yet. That's gonna be quite the learning curve. But regardless, we went ahead and got ourselves some basic tools. It's time to grab some iron. There's so many mobs around. This is... okay, I don't like this. At least we're in a pretty area. These shaders are very, very gorgeous. I gotta be super duper duper careful with this early game. If I lose any health, I only got one notch of hunger left. This is I need to be careful. And here we go, our first little bit of iron. I don't want to get too stacked all too soon. I want to kind of take this slow. This is a forever world after all. It's not going anywhere. But at least I want something to start off nice. I might be able to get full iron armor by the end of this day. That could be pretty cool. I guess I could get some copper while I'm down here. There are new copper tools and copper armor sets, which I've been wanting to explore a little bit more. I've used them in the past, but I've never actually, like, you know, used them for more than like 2 seconds. So now that I have a lot of it, I might be able to make some cool armor pieces with that. All right, let's get to the surface and see if we can't find a nice bit of shelter. Alrighty, we are out of the cave and into the world. This place is absolutely gorgeous, but it's a little bit too woody for my tastes. I gotta find a nice open area. I'm thinking like either a plains or a good lake. I mean, this is a good lake. It looks really pretty, but I don't know. It's not really my vibe. Actually, now that I'm looking at it like this, that little ledge right there might be perfect for like a little cabin, a little shack. Maybe some fishing boats down here. I'm not gonna lie, I quite like this area. We might settle down here. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make the call right now. We're gonna settle down right here, at least for the time being. You know, maybe we'll move in the future, but for now, I'm thinking this is where we're gonna settle down. This is what I'm talking about, this little ledge right here. It's kind of like the perfect distance from the water. You still get a nice view of the lake. You get a nice view of that little ridge line up there. Maybe one day we'll go ahead and fix that cracked mountain right there. But, you know, it still looks pretty neat. You know, you got a nice view angle. What's this side look like? Some more mountains and some nice plains. Oh, you know what? I will say the savannas right there. I don't know if you know me, guys. I do not like savannas. I think we're gonna have to go find another place to live. I'm sorry, Savannah. You just kind of ruined my sight line. It's nothing personal. But while I'm running around trying to find a new place, I do need to snag myself some early food. I don't see any animals. Is it crow? It's not really an animal I can eat, though. Sorry. Did you just yell at me? My bad, Mr. Crow. It won't happen again. I gotta go find some animals, though. I'm thinking we get some cows, at least some early steak. Ah, some cows right next to the cherry biome. I haven't seen one of these with these shaders on yet. These look very, very pretty. My big focus here is not for cherries. It's for cows. I'm so sorry, Mr. Sir. I have to take your stuff. I apologize. You will do well in the afterlife. You know, maybe one day I'll make a little sanctuary for cows so I never have to kill another one. That day is not today, though. Bro, there's no more cows. What the heck? They're running from me. They're scared. All right, well, at least I got a little bit of it. Let me go ahead and make myself a furnace. And I heard a bee. Oh, sheep. Perfect. I was just about to say I need to go find some. Literally took the words right out my mouth. Hello, Mr. Sheepy. I need to kill you for your wool because I need a bed because I don't want to get attacked at night. And there's no more sheep. Okay, no more wool for me. I got a little greedy. Oh, I started smelting my iron instead of my food. What am I doing? I'm so stupid. Well, at least I'm not starving anymore, but I definitely don't have enough food to continue forever. Ooh, didn't even mean to go in here, and now I got a little bit of iron for me. Huh, sweet. Remember, guys, my big goal for this video is to make an awesome starter base with literally everything that I need to survive. So my big priority right now is finding a place to live. All right, time to pack up shop. Let's go find ourselves that nice little open area. I'm gonna be pretty picky about it, but I'm also gonna have to find a place to settle down soon regardless. So we're kind of creeping up on this spruce area, and I'm not gonna lie, I really like how it looks on the horizon. Might have to toy with some spruce in the future. I'm thinking we might use that in some of our houses. Oh no, sun is falling on day 1. I need to find some shelter ASAP. At least some more sheep or something so I can make a bed. Wait, hang on a second. Oh, this lake is looking promising. Maybe it's just the way that the sun is falling on those trees, but this place looks gorgeous. Holy mackerel. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to set up shop here. This place is beautiful. This is 1000% gonna work. And there's no savannah nearby. Oh, this is literally everything I've ever wanted. But I do need to find a sheep ASAP. I do not want to die to mobs. This is not good. Okay, you know what? While I'm here, I might as well make myself a shield or something just to keep myself safe. I don't want to get got. Stay back, mobs. I don't want to fight you. I just want to get a sheep for a bed. Do not fight me. Guys, this is definitely not good. I am not finding a single sheep, and it is deep into the night now. I'm not seeing any mobs just yet, but I can't knock on wood just yet because there's definitely going to start spawning soon. Oh, speak of the devil, and there they spawn. Is there like a village nearby I can go camp out at? Is there literally anything? I just need shelter. I need shelter, or I need a bed of some kind. I don't care where from. I mean, there's more cows. It's not really what I want, but I guess I got some cows. Looks like there's a plains over here. That's also not really what I want. I mean, there might be some sheep in there, though, so that's good, I guess. Sheep! Sheep! Hello, sheep. Hello, sheep. Yes. Okay, that's literally all I need. No. Okay, stay away. Okay, I can take him. I can take you. Yeah. Fight me. Boom. Okay, there's more spiders. I gotta get out of here. Bed, white bed, and slept on the first night. No, you stay back. I cannot die right now. Come on. Okay, grab the bed. You stay back. You are going to fuel my string collection. I will make a fishing rod out of you and have a cozy night. Yeah, look at me. The conqueror of the first night of hardcore. Boom. I do it like a professional. While I'm here, you know what, sheep? You have angered me for staying so far away from me. You guys are gone. You too, cow. Oh, I didn't mean it. You didn't see that, baby cat. That didn't happen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave now. Okay, I'm thinking we head back to that little riverbed. I want to go ahead and set up a very, very temporary little bit of shelter just so I have some place to stock my shelves, get some stuff smelting. And I can go ahead and start working on what I want the base to look like. I'm thinking we put some heavy priority on making sure we got a farm, maybe like obviously a house and stuff like that, and maybe even like a little bit of a lookout tower or something like that. And just look at how blue this river is. Oh, not river, this is a lake. Words confuse me. Let's go ahead and get our iron smelting. I am out of coal. I'm now realizing I'm gonna have to go get more of that, but we have quite a lot of iron. I think that should be enough for full iron armor. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not something of a professional Minecrafter, but full iron armor seems pretty freaking good. I want to go ahead and chop down some of the trees nearby, A, to get more resources, but B, just to clear out the area, you know? Like, it's very pretty around here. I want to get a nice little open area to start up my base, just a little bit. Alrighty, we got this little area all cleared out. I mean, the trees are still decaying. It might take a minute, but for all things considered, it's pretty cleared out for now. What I want to do is kind of designate this area as the farming section. I don't really want to build anything over here just yet. No like bases or anything like that. I think I'm going to save that for just over there. Nice little nook for a house and stuff like that. But here is where I'm going to get all my food. I'm thinking this could be my permanent setup for that. Let me go ahead and clear out this area. I mean, it's got quite a lot of this leaf litter stuff. Not really sure what this is used for. Looks pretty though, so I might use it for decoration. But I'm gonna clear this out and go ahead and start my work on my first farm. You know, it's not gonna be anything too special. I'm just gonna grab myself some basic wheat seeds and get started with a very early game farm. I'm getting crazy unlucky though. I've mined so many pieces of grass and I only have 2 seeds. Are you freaking kidding me? You know, maybe I just have like the worst luck on the planet. Maybe that's it. I can't really tell. Hello, Mr. Crow. I'm busy. Where are you? Do you want like a seed? Can I give you seeds? It doesn't look like you want that. You just stole my sapling. Okay, you know what? He can have it. It's not my business. There we go. A seedy place. This is the first ever. Guys, look at this. This is monumental. The first of the massive farm that's going to stretch this area. It's going to be gorgeous. But now that we've kind of outlined exactly what we want for this world, you know, we want a farm over here, we want a house over there, I think my next step is to get geared so I can get some resources. I'm looking at some of those spruce trees over there. I gotta knock them down for their wood. But in order to do that, I need some better gear. I'm thinking it's time we take our iron and we start adventuring. My big goal right now is to find a village. There, I can get any food that I need for the early game, because, again, I'm running low. And I can also get any of the resources that I might need to collect as much wood and stone as possible. Because this iron axe and this stone axe just aren't gonna cut it. We do have to find a village, though, which is gonna be the hard part. We ran in this direction earlier, though, and I ended up seeing that plains. I kind of want to explore that just a little bit. Maybe it's something with Minecraft, or maybe it's something with me, but every single time I go to a plains, I usually eventually find a village of some sort. Maybe it's just me being lucky, though. Aw, man, this is gonna get kind of annoying running back and forth, though. Maybe I should make a bridge here at some point. That might be useful. It could be very pretty as well. Guys, let me know if you want to see another video in this series where I, expand the world. Obviously, my goal is to make a base right now, but it doesn't stop me from using my forever world in anything. I could make a tower there. I could make a castle in that direction. You just have some fun. I'm not seeing anything so far in this plains. Did I bring my bed with me? I did, so we don't have to worry about the nighttime just in case. And oh my goodness, I knew it. My luck streak continues. There is a village in the distance. That's exactly what I wanted. There I can make new tools, hopefully get some hay bales for some new food. Who knows, I might even be able to pick up like a cat or something like that. That'd be pretty neat. Have a little friend for our journey. Hey, hang on a second. Beetroot seeds? I didn't know these grew in the wild. I'm gonna snag some of those. That might help for the farm. Uh-oh. There's a pillager outpost there as well. Okay, there's a lot of stuff over here we have to explore. I'm thinking we just stick to the village for now, but maybe in a future day, we go and look at that pillager outpost. What the heck are these things? What the heck are walruses doing on a random beach? Or I think these are seals. Are you guys nice? You guys are so freaking pretty. Oh, I'm so sorry to disturb you guys' sleep. You guys are adorable. I'm gonna have to keep one of you one day. Oh my gosh, it's like from Finding Dory, the Gerald off the rock meme. Hello, Mr. Iron Golem. I have come to collect stuff from your base. I'm gonna steal some of this soil so I can plant some good crops later. You know, nothing personal. Just gonna steal a little bit. Don't worry about me. But the big thing that I want are these hay bales. Yes, this is a lot of food. This should get me through pretty much the entire episode. Look at how many there are. Look, there's an entire another stack over there. This is perfect. Oh, sweet Gloria. This is so much food. I'm gonna get so big and fat. Oh, my stomach's gonna be so round with all this bread. What the heck am I talking about? I have no idea. Anyway, hello villagers. Is there any other goodies you want me to steal? Ooh, books. I could use that. I could put that in my base. I'm sorry, little villagers. I'm intentionally stealing from you, but it's nothing personal, okay? I got nothing against you guys. I just want your stuff, like your carrots and your beetroot. And do you guys have any potatoes I could borrow? Anything? Yeah, some potatoes. See? Look, I knew you guys had what I needed. There we go, perfect. Look at how much stuff we're getting. Anything else in here that I missed? It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna go ahead and head to sleep, set my spawn point. I'm sorry, villager, didn't mean to kick you out. And then we can head back home with our new food and our new loot. While I'm out here, I'm gonna go ahead and craft in front of my walrus friends. I'm gonna make myself some new tools. I'm gonna get myself an iron axe, an iron pickaxe, and also, I'm gonna craft up all of my brand new bread. We got just under a stack of it. I mean, we'll get more eventually, but for now, it will do. Goodbye, crappy stone axes and pickaxes. I am off to go start my base. You wanna come with me? You guys are content here. I'll come back for you, though. I'll come back. You guys, their noises are so adorable. Oh, look, there's a second village over there, too. I didn't even see that. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to make a pit stop there at some point, but for now, it's time to head back to the lake so we can make ourselves our starter base. And we are home to the lake. Oh, it feels so good to be back here. This place is just so freaking pretty. I love it so much. But what I did mean mean by actually building the base is more so we have to figure out how we're going to, like, frame the base. I'm not gonna start with literally just nothing. I'm kind of known for just winging it, but I kind of want to take it a little bit more seriously this time. I want to get like an actual prepped plan going out first. So first things first, I'm just gonna go ahead and put away all of my useless materials, stuff that I don't really need right now. Most of the farm stuff, I mean, I might as well plant some potatoes while I'm here. Excuse me, raccoon. Hey! Hey, you just ate my stuff! Ow! Oh my gosh, you stay back! What the? I didn't want to kill you. You ate my food. Those were my apples. This freaking guy. Are you kidding me? Anyway, as I was saying, I might as well go ahead and start planting some of my crops before I got so rudely interrupted and hit. I'm gonna go ahead and plant some carrots as well. I mean, we also have beetroots. We might as well plant them. I don't really like beetroots, but I guess they're good to have. I want to go ahead and set up a nice little area over in that little peninsula. Not really sure if that's the word for it, but it is now. Obviously, we're gonna want to clear out some trees here, but the big deal is making a nice little outline. Here's where it's gonna go, a template, if you will. But yeah, no, first all these trees gotta go. Alrighty, it looks like we got a nice, decent area mined out, but I kinda wanna extend this part a little bit back. I like the idea of like a nice little flat area resting on the middle of a hill. You know, we got like this little upcrop here. We got another one right there. If we kind of separate them a little bit, we'll have the perfect spot for a nice little base. Alrighty, it is becoming nighttime, but we do have a nice little open area. I'm gonna have to replace this stone at some point, but for now, we're doing pretty good. We also got a ton of dirt out of it, so I'm gonna use it to extend this little, you know, broken area, just so it lines up pretty well. We want a nice, flat area for us to start building our base. Nothing too crazy. I still want everything to look supernatural and all that junk, but hold on a second, are those sea turtles? But you know what? This is also a pretty good place because, like I said earlier, it is nicely overlooking our little farming area over there. That is perfect. This sightline is just incredible. I'm really excited to continue this world. Like I said, guys, this is my forever world. I'm going to be playing on this a lot, doing a ton of awesome projects that are going to be exclusive to this channel. So if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your guys' support means so much to me. It's nothing humongous, but I mean, it's a pretty good start for now. I might move a couple of these blocks back and forth as I continue, you know, make some, ooh, I didn't mean to break my shovel there, but make some live edits while we're building. But for now, this is a pretty nice open area. We also got a bit of cobblestone from that mission, so I'm going to use it to plan out where I want the base to be. I'm thinking we just kind of nestle it right in this corner here. 1, 2, 3, maybe, yeah, let's do 5 wide. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm thinking that's like a good like starter base little area. We got like a 5x9. I mean, obviously I'll need more cobblestone, but you get the idea. This is where the main area is going to be. It's a little small, but we might make it 2-floor to accommodate. All things considered, it's pretty good. And I'm thinking we use some of this area as well to also use to our advantage. Maybe making that big tower we were talking about. That might be pretty neat. But we are for sure going to need some more stone. So let's go ahead and put our iron pickaxe to use and go back to those mines that we saw at the very beginning. And here we are at the little starter mine. I mean, we kind of picked a lot of it clean, but there seems to be still a lot of stuff around here. I'm going to spend a little bit of time just kind of decommissioning the area. Got a lot of stone, got a lot of coal, all that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty, I am now home with an inventory full of new resources, including a lot of cobblestone, some of which I want to go ahead and set up to smelt before anything else. Kind of because I want to make sure that I have a nice variety of blocks to use in like the walls of this base. I want the base to be made out of cobblestone and like wood and stuff like that, but also things like smooth stone, stone bricks, just to make it look pretty nice. You know, while I'm here, I just picked up the copper. I might as well make the rest of my armor. I'm thinking we go ahead and go with copper armor. I know I have enough iron to like make the rest of it, but I kind of feel like I want to, you know, try it out. When in Rome, you know? It looks like the sun is going down as I smelt my cobblestone. I think the first thing I'm gonna do, first thing in the morning, is go ahead and make my way over to the spruce biome. I want to pick up a bunch of spruce wood because I think that's really what we're gonna be building out of. But while we wait for that, I'm actually gonna... Oh, I have it on me. I'm kind of stupid. I was gonna say we can go ahead and start laying out what the rest of the build is gonna look like. I still just want to get a nice, good view of what I think this build should be. Overall, I think I have a pretty good vision of how I want this to look. I'm thinking down here towards the lake, we should have like a nice little area of like a fishing dock. And then there should be like a way to get up to the next level. And then at this next level, we have this big house here. And we have some sort of tower, you know, like I said earlier, right here. And then maybe like a little section to the side here that we use for storage. You know, we can have all our chests there, and maybe some place to store our furnaces and stuff like that. You know, just a general area that we can keep stuff. I think that's a pretty good idea, all things considered. I do want to also make a walkway between this building and the tower that we make, so we got to make it relatively close. I'm thinking maybe we do something like this. You know, just a short tower. It's literally just a watchtower, but you know, it should have a walkway between the two. Is this going to be enough space? Because I want to be able to walk through it, maybe have something behind it here. But then there's like a walkway up here. I don't know. I'm just kind of like mocking up a quick design here. I don't know if that's going to be final, but for now, it seems like a pretty decent idea. Like I said earlier, though, next up, I just want to go up and grab myself some spruce. If I can also grab myself some spruce saplings so I could just bring them home and work on it there, that's also perfectly fine. And dude, I gotta say, I'm kind of rocking with this copper armor here. It totally fits my color palette. I like wearing... Oh, what the heck are you? Yo, what the... Hello? I don't know what you are. You look freaky. Is that a mongoose? I don't... Ugh, it makes a weird noise. Anyway, like I was saying, the copper armor, it fits my color palette really well, because I like orange. I don't know if you can see, like, under my shirt, there's orange. But overall, I think it's... we're not going to stick with it the entire time, but at least for now we are, and I think it looks pretty good. Alright, I think that's enough spruce for now. We didn't get a whole lot, but there was also a ton of snow I kept falling into, so... I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring back the saplings back home and finish the farm there. It also saves me a couple trips back and forth, you know, might as well make it easier on myself. Dude, I just cannot get over how beautiful this world is. The colors and, like, the way that the light falls from when it becomes sunrise, it is so, so stinking beautiful. If you want access to the specific shader pack that I'm using, it's complimentary unbound, but it's got a lot of tweaks to it, like a lot of like individual like settings done. So if you want the exact file on what I use, I have a Discord server where I drop a lot of the files that I use in these videos. So if you want that plus this world file, make sure to join that in the description. Regardless, we are back with all of our saplings, so let me go ahead and set these up nearby. We're just gonna let them grow for a bit, and then whenever they, you know, grow, we can chop them down and use them to our advantage. But until then, I feel like we should probably figure out the layout of what this build is gonna look like. I'm thinking we keep the corners off for the first layer, but then when we get to the second layer, we bring in those corners to kind of make it like more of a roofed effect. I don't know how to explain this without sounding kind of funky, but I'm gonna quickly make myself a couple of spruce things just so I can get a good idea of what the entrance should look like. I'm thinking we do something like this, and maybe like an open door, right? I don't like the normal doors in Minecraft, kind of look stinky. I think we do like an open door like this, kind of like a barn. I'm not too sure, but it'll be easier to see once we finish this entire thing. Oh, and I just realized I completely forgot. I just built this with a solid cobblestone wall. I should probably go get my stone back from the quick base over there, just so I can, you know, add some variety to that wall. Turn half the stone into stone bricks, and then I'm just going to use this to texture the wall just a little bit. I don't have access to moss yet, which I kind of want. Maybe that's one of our journeys for today's video. Get our hands on some moss so we can make some mossy stone and stuff like that. That'd be really neat. Just a super simple texture on these walls. Gonna like kind of just toss a bunch of like random stuff around and see what sticks. Normally I don't like to block spam, but when it comes to cobblestone walls, there's not really a lot of like texture variation you can get. I mean, if you're going on like a macro scale where it's like super huge, you can kind of do a lot, but for now we're just gonna keep it kind of simple. I don't want to overdo it, mainly because it's just a starter base, you know? We'll save all the super duper crazy massive builds with high expectations for, you know, later in this series. But hey, it doesn't mean we don't get to make a really cool looking base. We're gonna make sure that this thing looks spectacular. You know, it might be a couple minutes. And let's take a step back and look at how that texture looks. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. From a distance, you're not gonna be able to see it regardless, but I mean, it's still like, oh yeah, that looks great. We are kind of running a little low on cobblestone. We're gonna have to make another trip for that soon, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Ah, dude, I completely forgot. I literally went over there to go grab my furnace. All right, I'm just gonna move my furnace inside for now. We're gonna make a temporary base and continue to smelt some of my cobblestone. I think we're gonna do like just 20 of it, because we already have a lot. And you know what, before we start working on any of these extra builds, I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish the design on this. We're gonna need more like spruce logs here, so before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and try to grow those trees real quick. I'd seen this thing, it's called a composter. I've never used it before. Oh, I made it wrong. Okay, let me do it again. Oh, I think I have used this before actually. Yeah, it makes bone meal is the explanation here. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself some shears because I'm gonna need a bunch of leaves anyway. Might as well just throw away any extra like dirt related things I have. Yeah, here we go, bone meal. All right, let's see if this works. Is it gonna grow? Nope. Okay, that's fine.
let's go ahead and just use our shears. We're going to tear through some of the leaves nearby. You know, we need it anyway for decoration, so we might as well take down some of these old trees and use them as fuel so we can make new ones. There we go. Tree finally grew. Okay, now I can show you what I was trying to tell you earlier. Okay, here we can actually start to use my designs. What I'm thinking we do is we go up 1, 2, 3. We do 3 or maybe 4. I think we do 4. We go up 4. And then we add on like some spruce stairs like this, make it kind of like an arch. And then we can have the roof start here. So it looks a lot larger than it actually is. Isn't that neat? We can have big bay windows out in the front here. Maybe jut it out a block or 2. Dude, I got the coolest idea for like what I envision this place to look like. You know what, instead of this, maybe we bring it out 1, you know, to a corner instead of just on this stone block. How does this look? We got a better vibe here. Let me go into free cam, using a little bit of cheat cam here. Yeah, that's a lot better. So basically it just goes out like a little bit of a oomph. Then we go back up into a triangle for the roof. I think that's gonna be really neat. But in order to make this look good, I think actually I can save a piece of wood, but we're gonna have to go ahead and strip these logs. I mean, I don't like stripping logs because A, it just looks more gray than anything else, but in this case, it does work pretty good. Let's do the same on the other side. Oh, crap, we're still just waiting for these trees to grow. Why is it taking so long? All right, well, I guess it's just a bit of the waiting game for now. You know, while we wait, we might as well just dig out a nice area over here. Like, I'm thinking right back here. I said it earlier, but maybe we have like a little cave and that's where we can do our enchanting. We can have our nether portal inside of there. I think that could be pretty cool. It also helps us get a little bit of extra stone, you know? We're kind of running low on it. We're not like totally low on it, but we could always use more because this is not the final version of this base. We're gonna have more scattered around, so we can always use more stone. All right, I mean, that doesn't look fantastic right now, but eventually we'll go ahead and put our enchanter and then probably our nether portal in here somewhere. We could expand it or maybe even just get rid of it. I don't know. That's not a today issue for me. Ooh, it looks like one of our trees grew. Sweet. There we go. Now we got some new spruce logs to play with. Score. Yeah, that's definitely it. When we have this little bit of an overhang, it's gonna look so cool. Especially once we get a path in here. I still think we do that little staircase right here. I think it could be pretty cool. Dude, this is coming together. I'm super duper excited for this build. We're gonna go ahead and take a pause on it, especially because we don't have all the wood that we need. But it is good to get a nice little framework done. It's kind of difficult to tell the total scale of this house because just we don't have enough spruce here, but I am really liking how this is looking. Again, I just kind of wish we had some moss to go along with this. Where do you even get moss? Is it, it's from those caves, right? The mossy caves, but I don't remember how to find those. We're gonna have to go on a journey soon to find some. Sweet, we got some more spruce. I'm almost considering making a big spruce tree, you know, like the 2x2 ones, but they also, like, make the grass turn into podzol, which does not look good at all. So, maybe we hold off on that. I will go ahead and start making the paths. I think we should have a path going from here to the tower, and then maybe also continue the path into the cave system. I mean, the cool thing about paths is you can always delete them, so it's not like a big deal if we don't like it in the long term. But for now, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Alrighty, with some big goals for this episode all planned out, I think it's time we start just kind of getting towards the nitty-gritty, the grind of the video to get as much resources as possible so we can not only finish this build, but also finish the rest of what I got planned for this epic survival starter base.
Alright guys, live commentation mode, this is gonna be epic. Well, I think the first thing first here is that I need to clear out a nice area for all these spruce trees. I had a nice area for it before, but there just wasn't enough space. Also, I might be able to repurpose this area in later videos to make a bunch of other builds. I think it's just kind of a win-win to use it. I think here I'm also using a lot of the leaf litter that I got to grind out a ton of bone meal. I'm gonna use this bone meal to make a massive tree. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm not gonna lie, using one of those large spruce trees just was too enticing. It only costs 4 saplings and a couple pieces of bone meal. I think it only takes like 1 bone meal here, and it just ended up being worth it overall. I know it looks ugly and there was a bunch of podzol, but luckily it was pretty easy to fix. I'm not too concerned about it.
Hey guys, look, I can see my house from up here. I can also see the farm. I mean, hey, I'm pretty tall up. It just shows why we gotta have that tower so bad. But hey, listen, I finally got the tall tree to work. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm getting quite a lot of spruce. More than enough I'll need for this house, but I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of an eyesore, so I hope that the leaves decay pretty soon. But we got all the spruce we could ever want, and we cleared an extra little... Excuse me, Mr. Spruce Block, you're ruining my eyeline. But we also managed to clear a bunch of area over here, which I'm thinking maybe in the future we have like a little like horse pen over here. I really want to get my hands on some horses, but having a nice place for them to live is going to be super duper important. I'm not totally sure if that's a today thing, but hey, if you guys want to see me tackle that in the next video, make sure to let me know. Until then, though, we got a whole house to finish, with more than enough resources to finally do so. So let me go ahead and grab my spruce, grab all the wood that I would possibly need, and let's get to work on this thing. First thing I'm going to do is continue the slab barrier that I got going all the way around the house. I think that's definitely a W add to the build. It's not, like, totally necessary, but it definitely does add that, like, whole depth thing that I was talking about earlier. It makes it feel like it's extending out a little more, which it definitely makes it feel a lot larger than it actually is. Speaking of larger than it actually is, that's what she said, we're gonna go ahead and bring out this center part. I know I already kind of designed this already, but I want to jut this out as like a little excursion to the house, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm just gonna bring it back one block because it'll make it just seem all that much larger. Do you kind of see where I'm getting at, though? Like, it kind of feels like, have you ever seen those RV trailers where they have like that section of the RV that totally juts out forward? That's the kind of style I'm going for here. Now, what I don't know is if I want to bring this out as well. I mean, what's the worst that happens? Well, I guess the worst that happens is that it doesn't look good. So we'll go ahead and pass for now. But until we get that sorted, I'm going to go ahead and craft myself up a bunch of spruce because we're going to go ahead and outline how the roof is going to look. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we probably want to bring these up one more, mainly because the first layer of the roof is going to be sitting on that layer. So you're going to be able to see those from the outside. Because the little corner piece that spruce stairs have, you see how you can like still see the corner of that? We want to make sure that that's not visible at all. Alrighty, you guys can probably guess what is up next. We're going to go ahead and outline the roof like I was getting ahead of myself earlier for. I'm thinking we just do a straight ahead roof and then do kind of like a barn curve on the sides here. You know what I'm thinking? Where it's like kind of like a U shape, but it looks like it was been squashed. I'm not too sure the technical terms for all of these like roof names and stuff like that, but I do know that it looks cool and that's all I really care about. Oh, I completely forgot. The sides of these posts also need supports. I'm even wondering if I should put some like trap doors on those as well. That could look pretty neat. We're not really going to be seeing it from the back too much, but we definitely are going to be seeing this build from the sides. So I should totally put some more supports on here. I can't believe I forgot about that. Guys, I'm a horrible builder, what can I say? And there we go, the house now has supports. No crumbling on me, house. This next layer of the roof can just kind of be solid blocks. I mean, there's no real reason to use slabs here. And then I'm pretty sure we just alternate between slabs and no slabs. We just do a 2-layer of slabs here. We should also bring up this wood just by 1 because we're kind of cutting into the ceiling line there. And then it's just another solid brick of spruce up here. This roof is actually looking pretty good. Let me take an external look here. Oh yeah, that's it. That's for sure it. I really like how this juts out a little bit. We're gonna have to add some details to the top of it though to make it blend in a little better. I'm pretty sure we got ourselves a W house on our hands. Again, it needs a little bit of detail work around the sides. This solid oak is not really doing it for me, but all in all, I am a big fan of how this looks. What's cool about oak is that pretty much the only recipe to make it significantly better is just to go in and texture it with itself. If you just take oak logs and replace some of the planks with stripped oak logs, it makes the build look pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, it just adds a little bit of texture, a little bit of variation to the sides that I didn't even know we needed. Let's also go ahead and open up this window a little bit more. I mean, this is just the side, you know, we have the whole, like, main area to worry about, but I'm pretty sure that would definitely fix a lot of what looks wrong with it. Yeah, just opening up and making it a little bit taller definitely helps it a ton. Just so we don't have to keep making our own, like, cubby holes and stuff like that, let's go ahead and build our way up to the second story here. I'm almost wondering if we made this roof a little bit too small. You know what is pretty cool about this bottom place is we can just kind of dig it down one if we want to. We can make a staircase down, kind of like one of those like Roman houses. And there we go. That's pretty neat. I mean, again, it is kind of short down here. I'm pretty sure we're just going to take away one of the layers of the floor. But this second floor is nice and spacious. This is where we're going to put our bed for sure. I'm not going to do too much interior decoration for now. I'm going to do that once the outside is all finished and stuff like that. But I mean, for now, it looks pretty decent. I'm a big fan of windows. I don't know if you could tell, but I kind of like windows. And to me, the more the merrier. If we can include as much natural light into these houses, I think we're definitely going to get into a winning design here. But I will say I am also a fan of asymmetry. So maybe we kind of don't do this here. I have a better idea that I kind of want to toy around with. No window on that side. What if we poked out a little bit of a jut out right here and added ourselves a chimney stack up to the top? I don't know. I kind of want to experiment. Worst case scenario, we just change it back to how it was before. But I think for now, that could be an interesting way to break up the monotony of this house. It does mean we're probably gonna have to extend this pathway just a little bit, but I'm fine with that. As long as we got a good looking house, I am a-okay with messing with terrain. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, again, like I said, it's gonna make it so we have to walk a little farther out to get to the house, but it definitely does do exactly what its job is, to break up that monotony. That's the one thing that I can't stand with some houses. Like, the Minecraft houses look cool and all, but they all end up just looking the same. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's not like a huge pet peeve, but like, all of the villager houses look pretty similar. It ends up even like going into some people's builds. Like, I'm not gonna call out anybody. It's perfectly fine to build however you like, but you know, sometimes things just look too similar, and I want to see more variety when it comes to Minecraft builds. Speaking of variety, we might as well put some form to this function. Oh, wait, hang on. I said that saying wrong. I meant function to this form. Basically, I just wanted to add a furnace inside of this, like, smeltery stack. I think it just, like, it makes it more purposeful. There's a reason why there's a smelt stack here. It's where my furnaces go. It just makes a little bit more sense to me. All that's left to do is add the rest of the smokestack on the top of the house, and we just build up a little bit. I'll make it a little bit jagged, just so it has, like, a little bit of curvature to it. Campfire. Let me just make sure that this is in the right spot. How does that look? Oh! Spectacular. 10 out of 10. Round of applause. That looks so freaking good. Let me put that smokestack up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dudes, tell me that isn't lit. Well, I guess literally. It is lit because it's a bonfire. Let's take a step back and see how this looks from the ground. Oh, my goodness. With some foliage, adding in those leaves that we got earlier and just making this thing all spruced up and detailed, this place is going to look so good. Also, this is one thing I will say, any builders out there, if you're trying to elevate the style and look of your builds, make sure if you're having path blocks, you put blocks underneath them. If I can see path blocks beneath it, then it's no bueno. Make sure to fill in your gaps with path blocks, guys. Come on now. This is 2026. We're elevating our builds. Speaking of elevate the builds, I think the only thing left for this base that I want to do is sink it down by a block, like I said earlier. It's gonna look a little strange, but realistically, it's no different than just having like a basement. For my entire life, I've never lived in a place that has basements. I lived in Florida for my entire life, so I've never actually like been in too many basements in my life. But this is kind of what I imagine it looks like when you have a basement that's not too far down. It's on a hill or something like that, so you still need to like de-elevate a little bit to get there. Oh yeah, with this floor in place, once we add these 2 stairs, that's it. Oh, that's so cool. It just, I mean, now we have like a 3.5, so like it's not super cramped in here. And plus we still have this 4 space up here. This is spectacular. I am in love with this starter house. This is absolutely perfect. What I want to focus on next is one of the big calling cards of this base. I want to make a fishing dock. I haven't done much fishing in my life, like, ever. I don't know if you guys know Hypixel Skyblock. I don't really talk about it too much, but it's one of my weird obsessions that I kind of go back to every now and again. Recently, I had to start fishing in that game, and I'm really bad at it, so I want to use this world as an excuse to get a little bit better at fishing. It's a little silly, but I mean, I just like having fun. What can I say? But before I do anything else, I do have to clear out this area. Oh, wait, hang on a second. You know what I just realized? Oh, look at that right there. There's vines. There are my shears. Okay, watch this, guys. I'm about to blow your mind. Before we had the days of moss, we had something infinitely more difficult to obtain. We had vines. I didn't know that they could spawn like that, but regardless, we had vines. You know what we use vines for? We use them for mossy cobblestone. Yeah, here we go. Look, you can combine a vine with cobblestone to make mossy cobblestone. I gotta save one to plant, but the rest of them, we could just turn this into mossy cobblestone and use this in the build. I love mossy cobblestone. It looks so good. We're gonna add this to the wall slowly but surely when we get more vines and basically turn this wall, like this little corner piece, we're gonna turn this into a little mossy wall and add some leaves in the corner. That would look so good. Anyway, back to the montage. All right, I went ahead and cleared out all the trees in this general area, mostly because I just didn't like how they looked. I want to be able to control where the trees go. I don't want the trees to control where I build, you know? This world is my Picasso painting, and I am Picasso. Anyway, I want to turn this like natural riser right here into a pair of steps. I'm thinking we just like move it around just a little bit, and then we should have the perfect template. Honestly, it doesn't really need all too much altering. We just kind of bring these steps up right here, and all we gotta do is, I think we're gonna use oak for this. I don't really know. We'll toy around with a couple ideas here. That's what I love about Minecraft so much, especially like a forever world where I get to just mess around, because there's really no rules. I get to just kind of play around with ideas until they look good. If it doesn't work on the first go, that's totally fine, because I have as many goes as I want to figure out every single detail I want to make. It's literally perfect. It's that title style of some of these kinds of videos, the perfect start to Minecraft Hardcore. Well, this is my perfect start, guys. I'm thinking oh my gosh, look at how cool that looks. Oh, it's like a cozy little cottage. Oh, I cannot get enough of this. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit distracted here. I need to go ahead and start work on the dock. I'm gonna do it by twos here, so like we have a gap of 1, 2. Let me add in the pillars of support right here. And then dig down just a little bit. We're gonna add the pillars. My biggest pet peeve when making pillars for docks, because I've done them before, is when you place down like a wood and then there's like a grass below it. No. You gotta dig all the way down to the roots. You gotta make sure it looks super sturdy. All right, sweet. That looks great. And then all we have to do is just extend this outwards. How does this look? Yeah, that's gonna be great. Alrighty, with that pillar done, I think we got the outline of the first part of this dock completely done. I kind of want to leave the rest of this open concept just for now. This little section of the world right here is going to be my main focus for today's video. You know, maybe it's a little bit selfish. I want a good thumbnail screenshot, you know? So this kind of horizon line is really all that I'm looking at. You know, I'll do some more builds eventually, but for now, we'll focus on what we got. Eventually, we're going to have to go ahead and get ourselves some better tools. I'm still rocking stone and iron. We probably are going to have to spend the first little bit of the next episode doing just that exclusively, but we'll come around to it eventually. Hear me out. If we go ahead and bring in some spruce on the sides here, just like this, well, I mean, I don't have any more. Let me make some more real quick. If I use spruce to outline the outside of this little section here, and then I use oak fence gates, just like this, I can pretty much make the guardrail of a dock that's still, like, you can still fish off the side here, and it looks pretty stinking cool. So I feel like we got kind of like a win-win there. I don't know, we're still pretty early game, you know, maybe by day like 100 or something like that, we'll have something super duper nice going here, but for now, I think this is gonna serve us pretty well. Now, I will say, it looks a little strange when I put it up next to the railing right here. Should I do this? I have a solution, guys. Don't panic, nobody panic. I'm gonna move everything backwards a block. Problem solved. That looks great now. Sweet. And there we go. Simple sugar. We might need a couple more oak fence gates, but that should be fine. I want to leave this area and then these two open concept because I want to be able to like leave and stuff like that and go do other stuff. And this part, we're just going to make a secondary like little thing down here. I'm not really sure what we put there though. One thing's for sure though, I got to get rid of all of this like leaf scrap. Does this spawn as the world progresses, or is this just kind of like it spawns in with the world and then it like, you just get rid of it? I don't know, but it's kind of gross. I wish Mojang did not add it. Its only use is for compost for me right now, and maybe eventually we use it for decoration, but for now, it's just kind of ugly. Alrighty, good stuff. We got a nice little area kind of worked out. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of a curve to this bit. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this section right here. We could do like another cave, like one of the fake caves that we have up here, but I'm not really confident in how my fake caves look. You know what could be pretty neat? We could kind of add to this whole look by adding like a mini waterfall. It would definitely break up the monotony of this like whole area, the same way that we added this little smoke pillar. That could be pretty cool, a fake waterfall. Who else can say that they've done that on their first state of Minecraft survival, you know? In order to make a good pond, though, we have to, like, kind of source where it comes from. So I'm thinking we add, like, a little bit of a pool over here. Just, like, a simple pond. And then we have to find where the pathing is gonna go. I think it'll go down right behind the house in, like, a little line like this. And all we gotta do, we have a little bit of iron. I don't really like the idea of overusing my iron on this, but, I mean, it's for a good cause, and we have a little bit of extra, so let me go ahead and make myself a bucket. Oh, you know what I didn't think of? The water's gonna have to cross this at some point. You know what? Instead of making an archway between these two towers, I might just move this here and then just have this area kind of like crossed off. I think this is pretty cool though. I like the idea of having a waterfall within the base. That'd be really neat. It might also give some like lore reasons or like justifications on how this building is powered. We could say, oh, it's using water energy or something. We don't have create mod in this world, so this might be the next best thing we can go with. How are we thinking for this? Does this look okay? You know what? I kind of want it to like fall down like this though, so let me move this around a little bit. It's gonna be kind of tricky, I'm not gonna lie to you, to work with water on this one. It's notoriously difficult to finagle. Once you get water to follow one path, it likes to follow the rest of it in just one go. So let's see what this looks like from up here. Okay, that's following it like that. That actually looks pretty good. If we could break this yes, perfect. That looks fantastic. Oh yeah, look at that. That is purty. And we can add like a boulder right here and stuff like that. This looks spectacular. I'm really glad we did that. It makes a lot of sense too, you know, like we were trying to figure out what goes back here. Turns out the best solution was just water. Also, with my texture pack and the shader pack, it looks spectacular. This water looks great. Let me see if the water flow works up here. Is it gonna work the same way that I think it will? Yup. Oh, dude, I'm a freaking genius. Now, I'm pretty sure with that pond done, all that's left to make the like river part of this feel completely done is just to add like foliage around it, which that's part of the final details, which we'll do at the end of the video. But we're not done just yet. We still got to make this tower. I do think that we are going to have to relocate it though. Not too far, maybe just like right here, like in this section, just moved over a couple blocks. I think that might be the play. Let me get another aerial shot. Let's see what we look like from the horizon here. Yeah, I think that definitely could be the play. Maybe to fit in the horizon just a little bit better, we might add something right here as well. I'm not too sure if I'm explaining this properly, but pretty much what we're missing here is that the build is kind of concentrated into this vertical aspect. I'm not really sure if this makes much sense, but basically you can see the entire build within this square. We want the entire build to be visible within a rectangle instead. So we just gotta basically finagle this part of the build is what we're missing. I'll figure that out as we go along though. What I do know is that we're definitely gonna need some sand to make some windows. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some from the nearby beach. Oh, sweet. It also looks like our vines are growing, which is absolutely perfect. You know what that means? We get to make more mossy cobblestone. Yippee! Love me some mossy cobblestone. Sweet. Once we get our hands on full moss blocks, it'll look so much better though. I will say, now that I'm thinking about it, the tower design that I want to go for would probably need a lot more stone than I have. I might need to go ahead and smelt some more, which means that I gotta mine some more, so I'm gonna take the excuse to mine out the area inside of here so I can go ahead and also set up a little bit of a storage system. You know, kill two birds with one stone type action. Okay, with barely enough durability left on my pickaxe, I think I finally have just barely enough cobblestone. I still have no idea if it's gonna be enough by the end of this, but we're just gonna have to hope so. Before we get started though, I do want to go ahead and add the windows to my base. Let me go ahead and make myself some glass panes and get that done real quick. One window right there, a big bay window right here, one big one behind my, oh, oopsie daisy. You guys didn't see that. I did not misplace that. It's part of your imagination. And bang, we got just enough. We got a little bit extra actually. And I think that's definitely going to help the look of this house. Let's take a look-see. Oh, yeah. This thing looks stupid awesome. I think it is finally time that we rip off the Band-Aid and start working on this tower. It's kind of intimidating. I do need to make myself a new pickaxe, though. All right, there we go. Now it's time to work. No more procrastinations. I'm thinking instead of starting with the 3x3 base, we extend it out by 1 and then just make our way up to that 3x3. But again, it'll just make it seem so much larger. We want to go for a super-duper grand size, you know, like something that feels like it's looming over the area. I want to be able to see near and far, guys. I want to be able to see the ends of the earth with this tower. Okay, here's the beginning terrace of what I think the walls should look like, and then we're basically just gonna move it in by 1 on every single side, and then the rest of the tower will just follow this pattern. Oh, dude, I like that a lot. Okay, so we're gonna go up like another maybe 5 blocks, and then we're gonna have like a little bit of a terrace right there. Even though it's a different color than the main base, it still definitely extends this out more rectangular wise. It's gonna look great, especially when we add the more details to it. We are quite tall up in the sky right now, and if I fall, I'm gonna take a lot of fall damage. Remember guys, this is hardcore mode. It may be my forever world, but if I die, I lose it just like before, so I gotta be a little bit more careful with this. I died in full netherite armor last time. I gotta not do that ever again. Okay, we are officially out of stone. I got myself a water bucket, so let me just clutch my way down like a boss. I'm gonna make the entrance to the side right here. Is that gonna look okay? Or, I don't know. No, you know what, actually, what we should do? We should have it be on the main side right here. This is where the entrance should be. We'll use some spruce, I'm thinking. And we'll have like a little bit of a jut out so we can have a little bit of an entrance there. Maybe a little something like this. Maybe not that far. I like that quite a lot. That actually looks pretty cool. And then you know what? Maybe to break up the monotony of like how tall this house is. I meant the tower, not the house. We can go ahead and add a little bit of an overhang on this side. Let's try this bad boy on for size. See how this looks. It's nothing like super major, but it does help like break up the same like look to the build that the rest of it has. You know, I don't want it to look like completely flat all the way up. You know, it's got texturing and all, but that's only gonna get you so far. Sometimes it takes the guts of a man to add to a build that doesn't really need adding to. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense here. I'm just kind of rambling. Let's take a look-see from the side. Oh, that's it. Boom. Okay, I'm so glad I did that. That is exactly what I was envisioning. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. Okay, let's check on the stone. We got quite a lot, actually. Sweet. Let's make some more stone bricks. Eventually, we're gonna have to go back in when we get more moss to add some, like, mossy sides to this, but we haven't even started doing the details, and it's already looking spectacular. Dude, we're not even finished with the build. Alrighty. Fresh in the morning, straight back to work. What can I say? Is that a bee? Oh, there's beehives over there. We might have to go explore that at some point. I want to make a massive farming district, maybe in another video. You know, that thing over there, we gotta extend that farm super wide. Maybe we should do a video where I farm every single type of crop. That'd be really neat, because there's a ton of them in this mod pack. Anyway, I'm getting a bit distracted. Let's get back to building. How does this look? Are we tall enough? Actually, we might be a little bit too tall. I might have to waste a little bit of my stone here. I think we go back down just a little bit. I make that mistake a lot. Sometimes, dude, I was working on the 200 days video. You guys aren't going to be able to see it just yet. It'll come out pretty soon. But I was working on the 200 days video, and in it, a little bit of a spoiler here, but there's a big tower in it that I completely tear down because I didn't like the look of it. Oopsie daisy, my fault. It's happened before. But regardless, let's go ahead and tear down just this little bit. I'm sorry, tower. I didn't mean to put you through that. That's my fault. Yeah, there we go. That looks a lot better. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use some of this spruce to add like little layers to this. It's gonna be kind of a small lookout tower, but it doesn't need to be massive, you know? I kind of just wanna put like little posts up like this. Is this gonna look good? I mean, we're gonna need more, but something kind of like this. Yeah, perfect. Then all we gotta do is add like the little jutting parts of this tower. I think they're called like crenellations or something like that. And then all we gotta do is add a roof, which I think we have more than enough spruce for a roof. I'm trying to think of a good design here. I'm thinking we just kind of mess around with jutting this out just a little bit like this. Maybe not like that. Something like this. And then we can use these cobblestone walls. Yeah, I feel like if we wrap that all the way around, it'll definitely look pretty good. We are definitely gonna need more cobblestone, though. I did not prepare well enough for this. Dang it. All right, well, back down I go. I'm thinking instead of these, like, posts, we kind of bring it up like this instead. How is this gonna look? Oh, yeah, I like that a lot better. And then maybe what we do is we add some slabs in here as well. That might help. Just like this. Oh, 100%. Okay, there's the final design, guys. We figured it out. It only took 2,000 hours. I'm just gonna do that all the way around on every side. I'm not gonna use any of the special stone on the backside because no one's gonna see it. So we're just gonna leave it kind of blank there. Still detailed, but not like textured is all. And bang, I'm pretty sure that's the cobblestone portion of this tower done. Yeah, that looks spectacular. I really like that. It kind of looks like one of those shaker bottles, you know, when you like you take like a timer in Yahtzee and you have to turn it over. That's kind of what it looks like, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. It still looks pretty good. All right, time to go on top of this terrace point right here. We're going to make ourselves a massive roof. This is going to be awesome. I don't really have the patience to explain how I like to design roofs. It's very finicky and I'm always super bad at it, so we're just gonna go ahead and time-lapse this one. Enjoy. All right, sweet. The top of the tower is done. I just gotta get back inside somehow. 1 second. Gotta break through the roof here. My fault. There we go. It's all fixed now. I do need to put a torch up here or else things are going to spawn. Speaking of spawning, oh crap, it's becoming nighttime. Let me go sleep real quick. Please, nothing spawn. Please, nothing spawn. Please, nothing spawn. I think I made it. Let me go ahead and make myself some torches just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and light up the top of that because that is definitely a spawning hazard. Also, I gotta get rid of this water. I should probably replace it with like a ladder or something. That'll probably be better. All right, let's take a look-see from the old replay shot. Okay, those pillars have to go. Those pillars are kind of pathetic. Let me quickly replace those with something better. You know, maybe making it 3 tall wasn't the smartest idea, but hey, listen, no idea is a bad idea in a forever world, okay? That still doesn't look fantastic. Okay, I got one more plan. What if instead we use these cobblestone walls just a bit and use them as closer support beams so that you could see them from the outside, huh? What then? Let's see it now. That looks so much better. So it looks like we got ourselves a pretty cool design. Look at that. That's pretty neat. I am absolutely loving this look. All that's left right now for me is just to add a bunch of details, but I kind of want to just do that in one fell swoop. You know, some boulders around, adding some leaves in, adding some like last minute details just to make things look super duper special. Before we do, let's take one last look at it's perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, then. It's time to go into detail mode. Thank you so much for watching.
Guys, this video has been so fun to record. I absolutely love how this world is looking so far. And on top of that, I'm really looking forward to see how this world evolves as I keep playing. That being said, if you guys want to see another video like this, make sure to hit the like button. And if you want to watch another one of my videos, click the video on the screen right now. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.